It's compelling, it's cutthroat, it's chaotic, it's clever, it's controversy and chaos, baby.
Me.
Not the me.
I've been doing that all week. Like sometimes, like if I'm talking too much throughout the day, and once the end of the day here, I can't speak. Colin's like, "What?" And I have like, "Hello, can you hear me?"
That reminds me of like the commercials back in the day when like the old lady would have like the trach or whatever in her throat from smoking.
Yes,
Oh my
I
God.
sound like I smoke. I don't even sound like I smoke Newports. I sound like I smoke Virginia Slims or something like that.
Not a Virginia Slim. Like,
Like, and I got
what?
like I sound like that, and my chest should look like leather. Like, ugh.
No, you remember when like the DC niggas would smoke Capones? Do you remember Capones?
Yes, and they still are around. They're still thriving, and I just
You know somebody who smoked
like
Capones?
no, I don't. But I see them
I
in
was
this,
about to say.
or you see them in smoke shops. Like they're still very much there, and I'm just like that and Black and Mouse. I'm like, you gotta really be going through some shit in life to be smoking one of those.
You know,
Like
listen.
life has
Sometimes we
beat
need
you down. If I see you with a Capone or a Black and Mouse, life has beat you down, and that's just where you at now. Because some things is like we have to draw the line. We will not
No.
go there.
My thing is, you smoked a whole Black and Mild. Like, how did you smoke a whole Black and Mild? Like, in order to do
Yes,
that, it takes a couple different like smoke sessions to smoke a Black and Mild. Okay, like
it's too intense. I don't get it. Oh my God.
that. Girl.
Uh-uh.
Anyway.
Yuck. And I don't like when people don't roll with papers. Like I realize I don't like that. Like do not hand me no fucking leaf.
I don't mind the leaf.
It tastes like cigarettes.
No.
And I don't like it. I don't like it.
I'm
No, but some people put shit like tobacco in theirs, and I don't
Yeah.
like that. Like, what you doing that for?
For the
Ruining it. Now
burn.
I'm smoking a cigarette. Oh my God.
It's for the burn. For the
I
burn.
know.
For the ganja burn. Anyway.
I know, but I don't like it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, listeners, welcome back. I sound horrible. Like horrible. Blame it on Dallas. I just realized that Texas does not agree with me. I went to Dallas for a week for work and I came back and I sound like shit. Like it was like my body immediately knew as soon as I got off the plane. I was like, oh no, it's not going to go good for me. Like I just knew instantly.
Like,
and
what
the
is
next
this
day,
air?
Yeah, it was like the air is different. They got the kind of air that like it hurt going down.
Not
like
it hurt.
Yeah, like you know how you might take like a gasp of air and it's just like my throat hurt.
Like
Like
you
that.
get like stuck.
Yeah, it's like that. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh no, I need some fresh air. This ain't fresh. I don't know what this is. This felt like I needed to be like Sandy Cheeks and have like a little helmet on with just fresh air on the inside.
Wasn't Sandy from? Oh yeah, she was from Texas.
She's from Texas. And then I'm so stupid on the plane ride home. Well, no, like the entire week, I was just singing her little song. I'm like, I want to go home. I
Oh my
want to go
gosh.
home. I want to go home.
You've been to Houston, so like,
Yeah,
what?
I've been to Houston. I've been to Dallas before.
I would say I've never been to Dallas. So like, how would you compare the two? Which city do you prefer?
They're very different. I will say that they're night and day. Dallas, I feel like Dallas is more of like a bar type vibe, whereas Houston is the club. Houston is like Atlanta 2.0. It's the club. Everywhere is the club. Like there's ass and hookah over top of your chicken wings. Any place that you go.
I agree.
And Dallas is not like that. Like you could go and have like a regular like brunch somewhere and it's traditional brunch.
So it's more like not suburban, but it's more like
it's suburban. It's definitely suburban. Like even in like downtown area, because that's where I stayed, it didn't feel like a downtown.
Okay.
Yeah. It kind of feels like a downtown in the suburbs. Like, yeah, it's buildings here. There are clearly tons of businesses. So you see people like even where I was, I didn't really see like a lot of people like walking to work and things like that. Probably because I don't know if like in the downtown area there were like a lot of apartments. There were some hotels, some of like school buildings were there. But you know how like if you're in New York or if you're in DC, you see people actively walking to work.
Mm-hmm.
Even if they're getting off the train, walking to work, like you see, it feels like a downtown area.
Mm-hmm.
In Dallas, it doesn't feel like that to me.
So
I'm like,
Dallas doesn't feel like a big city, even though it is a
yeah,
big city. It doesn't have a big
it
city
doesn't
feel.
feel like exactly. Yeah,
Okay.
it definitely doesn't because once you leave the downtown area, like you in the suburbs.
Mm-hmm.
Like soon as you get out of this little pocket, now we're in the
Mm-hmm.
suburbs. But yeah, it doesn't feel like anything special to me. I did have some good food. Like the first time I went to Dallas, and we went to a
Mm-hmm.
little brunch spot. That shit slap. But this time I didn't. I can't even remember what that place was called. I probably have to look back, back through the location
Mm-hmm.
on my pictures to
Mm-hmm.
find it.
Mm-hmm.
But I couldn't find it. But yeah, other than that, it just was,
But
man,
yeah.
literally, that's how I feel about like, okay, outside of if I went to a Cowboys game, I don't feel like I would ever have a need to go to Dallas ever again. Well, I would go back for the state fair because because I didn't get to go like by myself or with my people, and it was so hot. It was so hot. I could not even really enjoy it. I sounded horrible.
Dang.
I felt horrible because I hadn't been sleeping because
He was
my
going
allergies
through.
was just messed up. Yeah. So I couldn't really like enjoy it. So I got there like 11. By 2 o'clock, I was out of there. And there's so much. And even in the 2-3 hours I was there, I walked like 6,000 steps.
Golly.
And I did not even see the whole thing. So that lets you know how fucking big it is.
Like, what are you doing at this
it's
fair?
like when I tell you, I mean, it's like imagine the Frederick Fair, but
On
10
steroids.
times the size on
Yeah.
steroids. Like the food, like there's
Mhm.
food. You turn around, food everywhere. I was like,
That
oh
is
my gosh.
so.
I couldn't even like walk around to all the booths to decide what kind of food do I want in here. That's how like much I didn't get to. I should have got that jerk chicken on a stick when I first seen it.
Did you get a
Because
turkey leg?
girl, them turkey legs was $22.
For one turkey leg? Well, I mean,
And I didn't have anybody to split it with. I didn't have anybody to split
Yeah.
it with. I wasn't gonna eat that whole thing by myself. So
Yeah.
it's like $22. It's not worth it when I'm gonna take like 3 bites and be full.
yeah. It's
If
not
I
like you
had a
want to
whole
take it back.
exactly. If I had a whole crew with me, then yeah, we could have bust that down. I really wanted one.
Mhm.
And it was also just, it was too fucking hot. I just wasn't in the mood. I didn't feel good. I
Yeah.
wanted to leave. I would go back just to have that experience.
Mhm.
And then I probably would definitely go like in the night, like a little later in the day, not first thing in the morning because that sun was beaming. I didn't get to see the dog show, nothing.
Dang.
And I really wanted to see it, but I just was breaking down. And I was like, I gotta get up out of here. I need a nap.
Now
I
she
need
was
some
down
air
bad.
conditioning.
For
Girl,
real,
I
for
was
real.
struggling.
No, the worst thing is when like you're sick and you're in the heat. Oh, my God.
Yes. I'm like, I felt like I was melting. I was just like, I just want to shrivel up and die. Like, I gotta go home. So I'll have to do that again to just check that off my bucket list because I've always wanted to go to the state fair in Texas. I'll go again just for that. But I probably would only come for a really short period of time. I would not stay for a whole week.
For that long.
That was way too fucking long. Maybe next year, if the Cowboys have a game one weekend while the fair is there, then I'll probably try to plan and go that weekend because that would make sense. Like go on a Friday to the fair, Saturday
and then have like another activity.
Yeah, and then Sunday go to football, fly out on a Monday. Perfect.
Yeah,
so
that's
true. What I would
like
do.
I even think about like Austin, Texas, and I'm like, for what reason would I go to Austin, Texas? Like, why would I want to go there?
Nada went. She went to, where did she go? She went to Afrotech, and it was in Austin, and she was like, absolutely not.
Really?
Like, but I will say, and I think from what she was telling me about Austin, it sounds a lot like Dallas. Like when I tell you, Dallas doesn't seem like I wouldn't rate it on the surface one of the dirtiest cities I've been to, but there's mad shit on the street.
Really?
And I can't tell if it's dog shit, people shit. I can't fucking tell, but it's mad shit.
Why they got shitty ass
Like,
grounds? Like,
I don't know, but you could tell it's one of those situations where there was a turd laying around, somebody stepped on it, and then they just dragged it to try to get it off their feet. So now it's just skid marks up the whole fucking sidewalk.
Now you
I'm
tracking
like,
shit
everywhere you go. And this is why
like
people who don't know,
Mhm.
this is why you take your shoes off when you come in the house.
Well, yeah, for sure.
You
'Cause
don't put shoes on your bed. This is why, because it'd be shit on the street. Literal shit.
literal.
You cannot do that. Like, I probably want to take those sneakers and just clean the bottom. Like, the bottom is just disgusting on those shoes. But yeah, like, I don't
sound like New
I
Orleans minus the shit. New Orleans, I didn't see shit, but it was a lot of roaches, a lot of bugs, a lot of
and
trash,
that's the thing,
a lot of
like,
vomit.
well,
Like,
yeah, the vomit is to be expected,
yeah.
but it's like you don't see any of that. But like in the mornings, you can tell because like
Mhm.
at certain buildings, like the banks and stuff like that, people are hosing them down. So you could tell
Mhm.
like some funky shit happened over here that y'all
Mhm.
gotta hose this shit down. But it was like I didn't see like even the first day that I got there was like trash in the block that I had to walk around, and it was like
Mhm.
trash from on the street. But you didn't see like well, I also wasn't outside a lot at night, but it wasn't like I see rats or like roaches and stuff like going towards the trash. So I was just
Mhm.
like, well, why does it feel so nasty? Like this
Nasty.
just feels dirty. Like I have to get up out of here. This is not clean.
I just feel like I
Yeah.
can smell it. Yeah.
It just smells like engine exhaust and shit, honestly. But I did eat this really good Italian restaurant. Like it was, I guess it was more so of like a pizza place. They had mad pizzas, but it was so good. Like, it just made me want to go to Italy because like it was so good, and I ate damn near the whole thing, but I didn't feel full when I left. I was like, okay, so y'all really made this pizza like from scratch. Like y'all use good ingredients because I did not feel like, oh my God, why did I eat that much? Now, if I eat 4 slices of Papa John's, we'll meet to the hospital because I'm going to be no fucking good.
Speaking of Papa John's, it hasn't been hitting
It hasn't been
past couple of
slapping.
years.
And I have broken up with Papa John's, I think.
Yeah.
So we eat Marco's now. I don't know if there's a Marco's in Frederick, but Marco's slap.
What is like, what would you compare it to?
Like, I feel like, okay, Vicelli's. Kind of like Vicelli's. But like, you know how Vicelli's taste like very fresh. They're bigger slices in Vicelli's. Yeah, I think that would probably be what I liken it to. But I would say the crust on Marco's is a little bit crispier. And if you reheat it in the oven, it has like that crunch on the crust. So good.
Listen,
it's so
one
good.
thing
But I
about
love
it, I'm gonna put the
Vicelli's
pizza in the oven or air fryer.
Yes. That's the thing. Like it reheats really well. Like it reheats like good. Fresh out the box. It's good pizza. I love it. And their wings are good. Like Marco's is my new thing.
The only thing about Papa John's is that like I love sauce, but I feel like if you're gonna have like if the pizza is gonna be saucy, you have to thoroughly bake the bread in the crust. Like the crust can't be soggy on top of all that sauce. You can't have soggy bread and uncooked dough with hella sauce.
And and I just feel like they have been on that wave. When I pick up the pizza, the shit shouldn't hang over. The shit shouldn't break apart. I don't like that. And then if you select well done when you order it, that shit's gonna be burnt. I don't know, Papa John's, whoever runs Papa John's, Shaq, somebody, we're gonna have to ask you because I have been a Papa John's girl pretty much all 31 years of my existence. And now I can't eat it. Cause what is this?
No.
Like, what is this?
I will tell you though, I'm always gonna love Litos, but Pizza Hut has been slapping lately. I don't know what Pizza Hut done did. And Pizza Hut.
Pizza Hut? Nah, bro. I can't. Unless Pizza Hut brings back the salad bar and the personal pan pizzas.
They do have personal pan pizzas.
In the little thing. Like, no, I want to sit like the personal pan with the salad bar combo at Pizza Hut when they used to look like a little hut was the go-to. Like you go in there and get a little booth, they bring you that fucking cast iron pan with that greasy ass pizza.
But you know,
That
the
was
Pizza Hut by
good.
me is still the old school one. It looked like a hut. Like on Rosemont, it still looks like that. It's the same one.
Oh, that shit might got a salad bar in it. That shit might slap. Okay. Now I see.
Like, no.
The upgraded one, like the one on Jefferson, nah.
Oh yeah, no.
Trash. Can't eat that. What is that? No.
No.
That dude, that fancy shit. It's like, I know my food so well. I can tell when things started to make a change. So like Papa John's, when we found out Papa John came out and started saying racist shit, the food wasn't the same. When he got caught being racist, Papa John's was done. That shit went downhill since. Papa John's,
it really did.
Yeah, that's when Papa John's went down. Pizza Hut, when they took out the salad bar and when they started converting over to like Wing Street, that shit went down the drain.
Oh yeah, they do. They do have a
They
Wing
started
Street.
having too many menus. It's just like, nigga, just give us pizza. We never came to pizza. I was like, damn, y'all should have mad wings. We never thought that.
I'm telling you one thing I will never eat though is Domino's. If you ever put a Domino's pizza in front of me, I promise you I will commit homicide.
Like, tell me you hate me. Just tell me you fucking hate me by giving me fucking Domino's.
Yeah, no, we're not doing that.
The thought of it just gives me fucking heartburn. I hate that shit.
Not even on my drunkest day. No.
The room gonna have to spin. I'm not eating no fucking Domino's.
The smell of the cheese alone. Why do cheese smell like feet?
Because their food gives easy bake oven.
Yeah, for sure.
No, ma'am, I cannot. But anyway, this Friday that just passed, was Gloria Hallelujah Day.
Amen.
Shout out to Glow. What a fucking, I guess it's very difficult to tell, but what a debut album. That girl don't know how to not make us slap. Like, it's
literally hit after hit after hit after hit.
The whole album.
Glow, who done pissed you off? Because them people tried to say she was gonna be a one-hit wonder, but our girl said, "My God, Gloria, my God today, my God today."
I was just like, I don't have good expectations because I just feel like I like her music, even like the songs that may not have been like as like popular. Like, it's very difficult to try to recreate a FNF or a Tomorrow too. And I hate when the naysayers, like people on the internet, try to make artists be like, oh, they're going to be a one-hit wonder. I'm like, do you know how difficult it is to do that?
Literally. You're never going to make that song again. Like, it's not.
Exactly. It's like things go up and down. So she made those two songs cool. Some of the songs that came afterwards, I still like them. Because Blessed was my shit.
Yeah.
It's still hit in the gym. If it come on in the car, I'm gonna play it. So for me, I was like, where was the fall off? Where was anything? I didn't feel it. I felt like it was always great.
Yeah, I feel like her music has always been good. Like, the only thing I could say is that maybe she wasn't as in your face or consistent, maybe, but the music itself, like, I don't feel like she's put out something and I was like, ew, that shit's trash. No, like, I've never said anything close to that when it comes to Gloria Hallelujah.
Never. Like, it just is so fucking good. And who knew that Glorilla and Sexy Red was the combination that we needed?
Who would have known? Who would have thunk?
The Boosie sample, I'm like, yo, what is she trying to do to people on a Friday morning? I'm like, I gotta close these laptops. I need to be in the club right fucking now.
Shaking some tail feather, okay?
Yes. Like, the bars, the captions just write themselves at this point.
And at midnight on Thursday, going into Friday, I'll be downloading my songs. I was in the bed listening to it, cleaning out my albums, like, because, I'll clean out my little pictures and stuff. I had to get up. I got up and I went to go clean. Because I was like, I need to shake something. I need to clean. I need to wipe down some counters or something. I can't just lay here. I can't just lay here in this bed with these AirPods in. I can't do it.
Exactly. It's not a sit down like, oh, I'm going to just listen to it. Because I listen to it, of course, like while I'm working. And I'm just like, no, I got to stop. What are y'all talking about? Like, I can't even type my message correctly because what am I fucking hearing? Like, what am I hearing right now? I'm like, and all day on Friday, I was like, oh, I really just want to be done with work. Like, I have shit I could clean up because I just wanted to put it on my fucking speaker.
And just let it go.
Turn it all the way up and deep clean my fucking house. Like, all I wanted was the smell of Fabuloso and Glorilla playing in the background. That is all. And I couldn't fucking get it. So now today, football will be on, but so will Gloria Hallelujah.
And you know
And I
it.
don't want to hear no fucking word about it.
And you know it. I'm looking at the track list because I'm like trying to decide like what was your
What's your favorite? I don't.
yeah.
Okay, so the one with Sexy Red is the obvious. Like, I feel like that is the next single. It
Yeah,
has to be.
yeah.
That
I
is
mean,
the
that's the
next
current
single.
single. They just put the video out.
Oh,
So
yes. Well, I
yeah.
mean, I'm talking about like, as the album came out, because what was the shit? I can't even remember the song that just came out.
Hold
Hold
on.
on. Was the front runner.
Mm-hmm.
And now it's like, okay, how much longer are we gonna go with this one?
Yeah.
Now it has to be the one with Sexy Red.
Yeah.
The one, like, Glow and Meg together is just like a lethal combination.
Oh,
Like, they
gosh,
don't fucking miss. And you know
so
what I
good.
will say? Like, we've been listening to Meg since like a long,
2016,
yes, like for
17.
a long time.
Mm-hmm.
But I will say, I think the more commercial success that Meg has gotten, like, she has to reach out and have a broader audience. So some of her
Mm-hmm.
like music choices is not really for the day one fans. It's for,
Yeah.
I have a festival crowd that I have to do. I need these people
Mm-hmm.
in Germany to know my shit. So
Mm-hmm.
it's like those
Yeah.
songs are more catchy. But when she get with Glow,
Mm-hmm.
we get Tina Snow. And I'm like, thank
Yes.
you, Megan. This is how I know
Mm-hmm.
that she knows that there is a difference and that the fans know the
Yes.
difference. The fans want
Mm-hmm.
Tina.
The ones who know. And the
The
ones that's just here
no,
passing by, y'all can have the watashi wasta. Y'all can have that.
yeah.
It's cute. My child loves it. But when I'm trying to get in my rap girly bag, I
Give
want
me
Cognac
Tina.
Queen. I want
Give
Tina
me
Snow.
Tina.
Like, so
Yes.
yeah.
Give me the blonde wig, the bandage
Mm-hmm.
skirt. Give me Tina.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Give it to me.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what they deliver. Like, people are like, oh, they need a joint album. And I'm like, listen, I would not, I wouldn't,
I
I
wouldn't
would
know
be
how to
so
act.
skinny. I would be so skinny from all the calories I will burn shaking ass to a joint album for
I
Glorilla
would
and
be
Meg. Like,
tearing
what?
the streets up. The streets would be no good. The
Listen,
streets
I'm
would be
like,
no good.
I'm like, oh, you want me to go pick this up? Yeah, I'm
Mm-hmm.
driving. I'll go pick it up just so I can turn
Mm-hmm.
the album and turn it in
Just so I
full
can leave the
blast.
house.
Just so I can.
No, the worst thing is like when you're driving somewhere and like, oh my God, it literally happened to me on Friday. Oh my gosh, I was listening to Big Glow. I was driving, them bass, the speakers was bumping in that car,
Yes.
okay? I pull up to a residential area. I turned off my car. I see people looking. I'm like, ooh, my shit must have been bumping because
Listen, all you hear is the vibration on the outside of the car. I don't give a fuck about none of that. Usually, when I pull up in somebody's neighborhood, and
mhm.
it's always a habit, like, I turn my music down. Anytime I
Normally,
pull
but
up,
it was just so good. I was
it's
like
so
in my
good.
zone. I was just in my zone.
Some songs just do that. I'm like, oh, bitch, I forgot. I thought I was still on the fucking highway. I know I was doing 40 and a 25. I'm sorry. It just do something. I'm just so happy for her, because it's just like, you did that. Like, literally,
Mm-hmm.
when you can see somebody come from literally nothing and they believe in themselves, they put out good quality shit. It's not like, oh, I'm letting the naysayers back. Oh, you should be like this, or you should sound like this.
Mm-hmm.
Like, no, she's very much herself. She don't
Mm-hmm.
sound like nobody else, and she gonna give us what we want to fucking hear.
Mm-hmm. And you know who else been giving me what I want to hear? We're gonna go back to the album, but Latto, I don't understand the Latto hate. Like she,
Because people feel like, oh, I think people feel like, because, oh, she's fake, like it's a forced accent. I feel like, but even when people try to say that, it's like, you just want to find something that you don't like, because you
but my
can't be like, oh, the music sucks.
yeah, like that's what I'm saying. Like, okay, y'all hear her why? Because she's biracial and she gives Atlanta aesthetic. Clayton County, you live in Atlanta, you live in Georgia. You tell me, is Clayton County? Because ain't that where Waka Flocka from?
Yes, but Clayton County
So
is huge. Like, I just be like, in some places, I be like, oh, baby, I'm not going over there.
honestly, I
You
don't know
could
why we
literally
care.
drive. You could
But
drive by places and it just be like, oh, just because you're not from the city of Atlanta, a lot of people actually are not.
right.
A lot of these rappers and stuff, like, they from fucking Decatur. Like, that's not Atlanta. But who fucking cares? Atlanta itself, a lot of people, really nobody kind of lives in the city.
Mm-hmm.
Even though, like, how it was before, like, Midtown became like what it is, like, older people, it's like a lot of people live in the suburbs. Like, if we really had to break down the history of Atlanta and how Black people ended out in all of these outskirts, now I have
Right.
to get into my racism bag, and I don't want to have to do that today. Like, we're having fun.
Mm-hmm.
So no, so it's just like, it's not common. It's not uncommon for people to not live in the city. Like, College Park is not in the city. College Park, Georgia is its own city. Riverdale, Georgia is its own city. That's not Atlanta. It's not a neighborhood. That's a place. So y'all not getting mad at 2 Chainz being like, oh, his accent is fake. He not from there, and we don't talk like that. How are you supposed to tell someone how they fucking talk? Because some people that are from Atlanta, I'd be like, baby, I don't know what you're saying.
Girl, you know I'm young YSL trial day 145,
Listen,
whatever day we on. When I be hearing them talk, I'll be like,
huh?
What did you say?
That accent be thick.
Girl, thicker than a bowl of grits.
Thick. So I just don't understand the hate. And I just feel like, y'all just want to find something to fucking hate.
Yeah.
And that's okay. Now, if people
the
were
music
like,
is good.
okay, the music is good. If people were like, oh, I don't like Latto when she tried to get her to her pop bag, I would agree. Then I could be like, okay, I understand that. That is outside of Big Energy.
What would be, I would say, what would be her pop bag?
I don't like Lottery. I hated that song.
What's that?
I didn't
it's
like
giving Boss Bitch. That
No, that's just giving shit. She did it with some kind of white girl. God, I can't remember.
Oh, no, hold on. Because I don't be knowing her white songs. Do I know her white songs?
Big Energy, and I do like that song.
Let's see what her pop. Come on iTunes.
Because I think I definitely had it on my phone, and I was like, yeah, this shit ain't good. I don't like it.
No, yeah. I don't know any pop songs that's on here.
Let me find it.
Just Big Energy.
No, I think it was just a single. It wasn't a. Let me can't find it. Okay, F and F. Where is it? Did she take it down? There it is.
With Jennifer Lopez? What?
This sound like Forever 21 music.
Yeah, I forgot about this song.
So if people said, I don't like this, I'd be like, yeah, I agree.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, but I feel like that song was done to kind of catch the success of Big Energy.
Why in my head do I hear that? I thought it was a feature. Who's the other girl? Charlie XO something. Who is that?
XCX, not XCX. No, but somebody just like it. I could understand if you were like, I don't like when she tries to get into this pop bag. Cool. Yeah. I understand that. That is a valid thing, because I don't like that song either. But to just be like, I don't like somebody for like their accent, like, girl,
trying to say
like, she not from there, she's faking. Yeah, because it's just like, I don't understand. People don't know kind of like how accents work. Like, you pick up your accent from like the places that you lived, the people that you're around. Like, you literally just pick it up. Like, if someone tried to dissect my accent, baby, good fucking luck figuring out exactly where I'm from. Good luck. Because certain words I say, like New Yorkers, like, I can't say coffee any other way than that. I'm like cough. It just sounds stupid trying to force it out a different way. Other words that I say, water, like water, sounds so dumb. I can't say that.
Yeah, no. Yeah.
But certain things, water. But I also say y'all. I also say like Southern things, but I'm not Southern.
And your DC accent is thick still, though. Like, when you say everybody. I was like, you is so DMV. Everybody.
And that's one of the words, like, I can't just, I be having to force myself. Everybody. Nah, I ain't got, nah. That sounds unnatural.
Everybody.
So it's yeah. So it's just like, when people say that, I'm like, do you know how hard it is to try to make yourself say something a different way, to have to consistently do this day in, day out, every interview, anytime you speak, like, you have to have it to turn on. That just sounds crazy.
And I also think it's time and place. Like, when you're talking to certain people, you're going to sound a little bit more code switch. You're going to sound a little bit more professional sometimes. Not even professional, but you're not going to be as slanged out. Nobody's going to need an urban dictionary to understand what you're saying if you're talking to other people outside of, your homegirls and your family and your friends. Like,
exactly. So I don't get the hate. I don't get the hate, but I'm like, Alyssa is that girl. Yeah. Gloria, that girl. Megan, that girl. Now we need a big dog.
Big
to bring us home.
Listen,
And I need
the big dog is
and
back
did
in the streets. And did.
I need
The big
and
dog is back
did
there.
energy.
Yeah.
Like I need get up 10 times and did like Belcalis. We need it. I don't care if people like, oh, it's summer music. No. I
It's no
like
such
getting
thing.
my hood rat shit in the fall. Yes.
Yeah. Winter, fall, it don't matter. Springtime,
Spring,
I don't give
summer,
a damn.
I don't care. Give it to me.
But you know what? I feel like Belcalis, you need to go and put them Fashion Nova jeans back on with those red bottoms. Get you some braids.
And give us the hotel and give us the hotel strut. Like the hotel strut and spin. Yes, Fashion Nova. We need the 2016 ads. We need them again.
Get that energy back. Get that energy back.
Which I feel like she is. And I'm like,
yes.
Yeah.
And you know why else I feel like she's coming back to her? She been on live a lot lately. And you know I live for a Kiki on live. She been on live a lot lately. I'm like, oh, look at you being back comfortable, on the internet. Like, I love that for you. Yes. Come back to us. Come back. Like,
and I feel like that's a testament. Like, when a nigga do you dirty so many fucking times, it literally make you change your fucking self. Because I would not, like, I don't think I could handle being a celebrity. Because it's just like, I could not do that. Like, especially when the public knows you're with someone, it's like they want to find information. And at any point of the day that somebody feels like they could throw something in your face, where it's just I'm not a fan of you, but I have alerts set up. So when you go on live, I'm going to make sure I come on live and put shit in your comments. I'm going to make sure I go to every fucking video just to troll you, just to say something. And it's just like, I could not deal with that. So I could feel like, yeah, I kind of want to retreat and just like, back up. I can't deal with this shit. I got to get my personal shit on the back end cleaned up, and then I could come forth. So I really feel like it's a couple of things. Like, that's how you know she's done. Done. Like, and this shit about to slap so fucking hard.
That man gonna know what hit him.
I seen a TikTok. So it's rumored that Cardi B's new man is Stephon Diggs in front of Bills.
Yeah. They said that she cheated. How you cheat on somebody? Whatever. And they said that she cheated on Offset with him.
So there's a video on TikTok. It was just like, damn, Offset down bad because Stephon Diggs done made him get in the gym.
Did you see him doing them curls? I said,
baby, I can lift more than that.
Like, what is you doing? What are you doing?
Like, baby,
what are you in here doing?
The gym hate to see you coming, and not in a good way. Like, what are you doing?
Like, I can't even imagine him working out. Like,
no,
he gives like those guys that will go to the gym with like their jeans and like regular outside sneakers on and do like a couple curls and then leave. That's what he gives.
I hate those men because those be the men when I go to the gym and I'm like, damn, where's all the 25, 30 pounds? All y'all niggas with jeans and skinny ass arms be using it. I'd be like, nah, excuse me, sir. Actually, excuse me, ma'am. Can I have that weight back?
You done with that?
I need that.
Oh my God.
Bring it over here.
That's like yesterday. I was doing my the hoist machine, doing my thigh, whatever you call them.
Oh, your abductions or abductions, whichever one.
Yeah, I do both on leg day. So yesterday I was doing that, and this little sassy man gonna come up to me talking about, "Hey, yeah, are you almost done with that?" I'm like,
no.
I was just looking at him like, sir, you saw I just sat down because you've been watching me this whole time. That's number one. No, I'm not almost done. And he was on the opposite one, and I was like,
I can't remember which is which.
Yeah, it's whatever.
One goes in, one goes out. That's all I know.
So he was on the opposite one, and I was like, oh, I have a couple more left, but if you want to just chill there and then we could switch. And he was like, yeah, that'd be great. I'm like, what are you doing with your little ass legs, pencil legs this thick?
It's for the cakes. Because they don't do nothing for my legs.
No, yeah, it's for the glutes and the thighs, babe.
Yeah. It's like that inner thigh portion. That's really all that you working out.
Thighs is on sore.
But yeah, that just kills me. And lastly, for Gloria, because we have to wrap around. I know you watched the interview with Speedy. They love each other.
They do.
They love each other. There was so much like flirting going on, so much eye flirting. I was like, Speedy.
And then when he was like giving her compliments, I'm like, Speedy, you don't be complimenting nobody.
You
What you over here
complimenting
doing?
nobody. Like, oh, so what's your type now? When she giggled, I was like, oh my God. And his cameraman just as messy as him because it was going back to her, going to speak.
Mm-hmm. So messy. So messy. I said,
like,
Speedy, what you trying to do? You trying to show her out a nice night on the town in New York?
I
Is
said,
what you doing,
okay,
Speedy?
stay.
He was trying
Listen,
to add her to the top of the stinks.
I was like, see, girls like Glorilla is the ones that talk you out the draws every time.
Mm-hmm. Out
And
the
I'm like, oh,
draws.
like, I'm just sitting here being me. I'm likable.
Mm-hmm.
I'm funny.
And she's
Like,
cute.
and
I don't
she's cute.
understand.
And she's cute. So it's like,
Mm-hmm.
now look at you. All red in the face over there.
Mm-hmm. Looks like a little
Turning
tomato.
red, like you got a little blush on. My God. Then his video that he posted about like the water in the hotels, like accidentally drinking the water, that was $10. Everybody in the comments like, I thought he was gonna pan over and he was gonna see Glorilla. When I tell you, everybody in the comments, I said, oh, so we all witnessed the
We
same
all
thing.
saw it.
We did not make this up. We saw this. Okay. Got it.
Yeah.
So we not blind.
But realistically, not to like be juveniles and situation ship them together, but who could you see Glorilla dating? Like, who could you see her actually dating in the industry?
The thing is, I don't think that she would date a rapper. I don't. I don't, and I think specifically she wouldn't date a rapper.
Not publicly.
No, I don't think. Well, yeah, it would have to be like the lowest of lows, and we know that that class of men can't keep their mouth shut, so it would come out. But I think because like she's around like a Yo Gotti, if you're around money back there, like you see how niggas operate. I don't have time for the shit in this industry.
But you know,
and
she
I think
was
that
rumored
they would kind of step in and be like, nah, that ain't no, that's fucking up what we got going on. You and this
she was rumored to had a little situationship going with Little Baby. Do you remember that? You remember them pictures with his head between her legs? You don't remember that?
Little Baby have a situation with everybody.
I know, but I'm saying like
that's why
I never understood that. That's why I was like, yeah, no.
Yeah,
like I can't see
it
that.
doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense.
I could see her with a football player because you know she loved football.
Yes.
I could see her with
I could see her with a football player.
A young little Steelers player. That's her favorite team.
Yeah. I could see her with an athlete.
Yeah.
That's what she gives me. She definitely gives me athlete. It does not it doesn't read rapper, actor. It don't no. It's giving athletics.
Yeah, it definitely gives a nice little ball player. Now who? You know, I don't know these young boys' names, so
no, I don't. But the thing about football is she could easily date them and nobody would fucking know because half the time nobody, unless you really, really, really watch sports, you don't know these people because they have on fucking helmets. So that's why I think that she would date a football.
So many of them.
Yes, so I could see her with a football player.
Yeah. Okay.
A specific. If we have to narrow it down, I wouldn't even say basketball. Because I be feeling like some of the basketball niggas be divas. So I could see her being like, I could literally see Gloria be like, nigga, shut your bitch ass up. Like, I'm the star in this relationship, not you.
And they definitely
I'm the only bad bitch.
They all want to be
they all want to be the bad bitch.
Players, and they all want to be rappers, either bad bitches or rappers. So like they give the same energy as like a rapper. Yeah. So no.
Yeah.
Football for sure.
Football for sure. That's what it's giving in. Yeah. Okay, Chloe. Be on the move. Make some shit shake. Because we want to see.
And what about like, okay, Cardi, her ink hasn't dried yet, but like when her time does come to move on.
That is a tricky one. I feel like it's
definitely not another rapper. We know that.
Hell no, it would never be.
It would never be another rapper.
Here's the thing though. I think it would be very difficult. I think she's going to have a hard time. Not a hard time getting male attention. She's gonna have a hard time if she wants to be like in a relationship. She's gonna have a very hard time because now she's not in the opposite where her star is rising. Her star is here. So now who is really going to be able to come into this kind of fold in this kind of situation and one, be secure enough to like realize this is who she is, let her do her thing, but also not be like messy about it. Because I feel like the next relationship she might be in will be like very low key.
But she's just so not low key.
Yeah, she's not
like-
low key, but I feel like her person will have to be like, no, we're just gonna keep this. Especially like now she has
Yeah.
kids. Like it's a different environment.
But I
Like
feel like
I just don't think that she would want to be seen with like all of these different men. Like if like no.
Yeah, no. I don't think she's definitely not gonna be like new boyfriend every week type of thing. I do think that like it would be public as far as like who
People
she's
know,
with, but it's not gonna
like
be like how it was with her and Offset. But I also think that's because he's a diva too. So two divas, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think that it would work.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I really don't know who she would end up with.
Kind of like how Megan is doing. She got her little her ball player, and she's living her life peacefully, giving us little glimpses.
Exactly. I think it'll be something like that. I think it'll just be like, oh, like I'm not hiding. You have seen, like, if people take a photograph, you've seen us, but I'm not giving you anything.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Like, we may not hit the red carpet together. No, I don't see that happening again. I think it's going to be very, like, this is me.
Mm-hmm.
That's
I'm my own entity. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and just keep it very, like, separate.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, yeah. But outside of the fun things, like, I can't wait to, once we finish recording, turn the glow on.
Mm-hmm.
But, so, I don't even know. Where do you want to start? R. Kelly's daughter or fucking Jaguar Wright?
Wait, before we get there, I got one more fun thing.
Okay, what?
This will be real quick. Okay. Did you see what we're going to be witnessing for the Met next year in May 2025?
No. I heard, like, Rihanna's interview, like, her talking about, like, she is prepared.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, shit. What we getting? What is the thing?
Basically, let me pull it up for you so I'm not misquoting, but it's going to be an homage to the Black men of our past. Where is it? I'll edit all this stuff out.
I'm intrigued.
Where is it? Shit. I literally was just reading the article the other day. I meant to send it to you.
Oh, it's given. The co-hosts are Coleman Domingo, Slays, Lewis Hamilton. I don't know who that is, but I will figure it out. A$AP Rocky.
You don't know Lewis Hamilton? Oh my God, I love him so bad.
No.
I love him so bad.
So Nicki Minaj, about him.
You fumbled Lewis Hamilton so bad. You should have stayed with. Anyway, we'll get into that another day.
And fucking Pharrell.
Oh no, you're missing some A$AP Rocky.
Yeah, that's what I said. It's Coleman Domingo,
LeBron,
Lewis. Oh, it's really long. No, I'm looking on the Vogue website. They didn't put. No, these are the alongside. So Anna is the co-chair. Anna will co-chair, and then alongside honorary chair will be LeBron.
So it's LeBron, Lewis Hamilton, Coleman Domingo, A$AP Rocky. I'm missing somebody. Pharrell. It's 5. Okay.
Which makes obvious fucking sense because I gotta get my money up. Let me just tell you, I have to, because every time I watch a men's Louis Vuitton show, I'm like, Pharrell, can you come and do the women's? Actually, no, because I like wearing men's clothes.
Yeah.
Just the bags, the jackets. It's just so good. So good. Every single thing that he does, I'm like, nah, this shit is fire. And it's so crazy how maybe it was earlier this year or last year when they did the men's show and everything was Western theme. It's so crazy. I always think about that scene in The Devil Wears Prada, one of the best movies ever made, where she is reading her for filth. This is how fashion fucking works. Now everything is Western wear. And in my mind, this is going to be really sick. And I see why people be like, the Beehive is deranged, because how did that lady know? How did she know? How did she know that Western wear was the look of the year? How did she know?
How did she know?
And how did she know the album needs to come out this year?
How did she know?
Because everything I'm going to wear is going to be Western. And her and Pharrell, they be talking, because when she showed up at the Grammys, that whole outfit she had on came from his show, which happened maybe 2 weeks prior. I said, but y'all was in the background doing some things.
Literally.
And I'm very excited.
For the Met, the theme is super fine, tailoring Black style based on the style of Black men throughout history. Now, let me tell you, I am so excited for this because I feel like, okay, bravo for our Black men getting their just due. And
Finally.
I think that a lot of times when it comes to fashion, people forget about Black men. And I think there have been a lot of important Black men in fashion, even in athletics, even in that's when people were like criticizing, like, why is LeBron there? He's not a fashion dude, da da da.
Yes, he is.
Yes, he is. He very much so is.
Their whole thing of like being caught coming into their stadiums, it's
Yeah.
not just in basketball, it's in football, it's in all of
Mm-hmm.
these different sports, like what they're going to have on. Like people have whole stylists just to walk
Yes.
into the building to change my clothes.
Yes. So
Yes,
I'm
like, and I
excited to
just,
Now, I was gonna say, I'm
I
excited to see people that normally probably wouldn't be invited to the Met, like some of
be
these
there.
athletes, or even some of our rappers, or people in the Black community that just are not seen. They're in the background. I feel like
Yes.
they will be coming to the Met this year, and I'm so excited. One thing I will say, I am nervous for the whites because it's a thin line between appreciating and appropriating. And I just really want them to be careful about how they.
Don't show up with cornrows. Cornrows is always a bad idea. Stop. Don't do
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Don't even let that thought come across
Yeah.
anybody on your team's mind. That should never. No.
Yeah. So I think I get a little nervous thinking about, like, how do they perceive us and how are they going to, you get what I'm saying? That's a little
Yeah.
that makes me a little nervous. And also, I don't want to see a bunch of oversized suits and blazers. So let's clock that T. Don't want to see it.
Yes, because there's more to Black men's fashion than being oversized. Like I want to see a big, like I want to see a spectrum. I want to see some
Mm-hmm.
oversized things, but it has to be done well. Like you can't be
Yeah.
the size of a toothpick wearing a whole oversized suit. Like no, I feel
Yeah.
like
No.
reserve the oversized things for the bigger people.
Mm-hmm.
Not
The ones
bigger like
that
as
could
in
fill
like
it out.
yeah, not bigger as in like weight, but like those that are taller in stature, maybe a little bit more
Mm-hmm.
muscular. Like, yeah, you're gonna
Mm-hmm.
need the baggier look is going to look better on you because you're tall
Mm-hmm.
enough, or whatever. Like, I want to see that. I want to see some tailored things. I want to see
Mm-hmm.
like bring your I want to see accessories.
Mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
want to see it all. And if Dapper Dan is not dressing someone,
It's a crime.
it's a fail. It's a
Like,
fail.
yeah.
If Dapper Dan is not dressing someone, it is a fail.
Mm-hmm.
You
Yeah.
failed.
So that I'm
I'm
excited
very
to see that.
excited.
We will be broadcasting like we did last year. That was a lot of fun.
Yes. First Monday in May. I can't wait. I can't wait for it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'm excited. This is
So
gonna be
yeah.
good.
Yeah. That was my last fun thing that I forgot to bring up. So
Yes. I need to see it. And that's why Rihanna is so prepared. Because
mm-hmm.
ASAP will be yeah. Those
Mm-hmm.
two?
Yeah.
Oh, I already know it's gonna be like, who the fuck is the best dressed? Is it a man? Is it a woman?
And listen,
It's
some of these women are gonna have a hard time because some women can't step into that masculine energy. And you don't have to give homage to Black men's fashion by dressing masculine, but I do think that, like, some people will have issues with the theme because creatively their minds or even their team, they do the same thing over and over. So I'm sorry, you cannot do a long sparkly gown. Like, it's not gonna cut it, sis. I'm sorry.
yeah.
It's just
And
not.
I could think of a couple people right off the dome that I'm like, no, it's not gonna go well for you.
Mm-hmm. So we're gonna see. Yeah, we'll see.
Excited. Okay. Now you pick Jaguar or R. Kelly's daughter. You pick one that you want to go first.
We had enough fun. Let's just go right into the R. Kelly's daughter one and then end with Jag.
Okay. So R. Kelly's daughter came out, what was it, this week or last week,
Mm-hmm.
detailing how that she was sexually assaulted by her father.
Mm-hmm.
And I've seen, of course, you're always going to have those naysayers like, oh, well, why did she wait all this time? Blah, blah, blah.
Mm-hmm.
But, and I've also seen another like large chunk of people that are just like, oh shit, like they're finally looking at the situation differently. Because I think when it comes to R. Kelly, of course, because you have someone that has musically has given at our era, this is the soundtrack of our lives.
Mm-hmm. Like,
so it's just like it's like it's one of those things that I've always felt like since the case came out, I've always said like I've had a hard time being able to truly like separate like songs that okay, like he's not singing the song, he may have written a song that I don't know everybody's discography or what songs who wrote, who did what, who's singing in the backgrounds. Like I may not know all of those things, so yeah, in those situations it could be a little bit like easier to just like okay, I don't know that he wrote this song, but the songs that he is actively singing and like when I really pay attention to the words or what the context of the song is, it's very difficult for me to separate and not think that this is about an underage girl. And so for me, I'm just like, I just can't, I just feel weird listening to it. And then for his daughter to come out and share her story, it's like, wow.
Yeah.
It makes it even more difficult. This is not like you were doing this to other people. It's just like, oh, where are the parents and where is this? All the things that have been said. It's like, now you are the parent. What the hell?
And then also the criticism of the mother. And it's like, I understand people saying like, oh yeah, but you're so pressed to keep that Kelly last name and blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, I think people, I don't know, they don't give people enough grace. Honestly.
Yeah, they don't give people enough grace. Like she's had that last name for forever. Just even the process of changing your fucking name in like crazy circumstances is a lot.
I just feel like that's irrelevant.
Yeah, it again, it's like, okay, I don't want to put the onus on him for being the nasty man doing things wrong. It's like I want to blame everybody else. And it's like, no, not only is pedophile is not the correct terminology, but you know what I mean. He's a predator. That's what I was looking for.
Predator.
He is a predator.
Technically, you could say pedophile. Technically.
Well, no, it has to be a certain age for like pedophilia is children. Like it has to be up until a certain age. There's a different classification for when they're like
his daughter was a child.
Well, yeah. So it's just like it's like he's a predator. Always has been, always will be. He is a predator. I don't care if Drea Kelly wants to keep the last name. I don't fucking care.
Like I don't understand what the two have to do with each other.
It doesn't remove the onus from him from doing what he did. From preying on young girls, from preying on young women to take advantage of them, to sexually assault them. And you're doing it to your own child. Like there's a special place in hell.
Yeah, that is, and
for people like him.
Even people coming up with the theories or shooting him some bells saying like, oh yeah, well his sister did this to him when blah, blah, blah. Like I do understand that trauma causes people to do certain things and mentally, you know, that whole wiring of your mind. But at some point in your life, do you not seek help? You're just putting more trauma onto the other people around you. You're giving them the same trauma, if not worse, than what you received. And don't get me wrong, I feel like even with the whole R. Kelly thing, like his music slap. I'm sorry. Like I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh my God, I've never listened to R. Kelly. I will never listen. I do still listen sometimes. Like if it comes on, I'm not gonna turn it off. Like I'm just being honest. But I do understand what you say. Like certain songs, like Age Ain't Nothing But a Number. That
it's
one
like I
gets me every time.
I can't.
That one.
That seems like you ready. I can't do it. I'm just like, oh my God.
Those are the two songs. Wow. Those are the two songs that I'm like, oh yeah, no, I can't do this one. I thought I didn't care, but not that I don't care, but I'm saying I thought I could listen and consume the music.
You thought you could separate, and it's just like,
and normally I can't because it's just like, I think these past couple of years with all of our stars falling, if you will, I've just been in such a mindset that's like, something has to be wrong with all these people. I feel like something is wrong with all of them. Like now, how dark and deep does it get is beyond me. But I do like anything that comes out about these celebrities now, like even with Diddy, like nothing about it is so like shocking. Oh my God to me, because I just feel like the music industry or entertainment industry as a whole, how many times have we been told that it's like dark and just so evil. You know what I mean? And I think people, when they hear dark and evil, they think like Illuminati and devil worshiping. No, it just means your soul is not good. Like
Yeah.
your morals, your morality is not good. Like, you get what I'm saying? So I feel like in a lot of the things we consume, whether that's music, movies, television, whatever, the people behind the scenes, all of them have shit going on that if we knew the truth about, we would have no entertainment industry going
Yeah.
back from the beginning of time. So I
I
do
told
think that some things I am able to separate. Like, am I still a fan of Tory Lanez's music? I listen to the Chicks tape still, but do I still feel some sort of way about how everything went down? Absolutely. Even with R. Kelly, do I still listen to R. Kelly sometimes? Yes, because the nigga got slaps. I'm sorry. But I'm not going to put it on. And I feel like it's one of those things where it's like, I understand the thought process around why people are uncomfortable about it. So if I'm just hanging out with my friends, I'm not going to sit here and put on R. Kelly and all this other stuff because I know that some people might not feel comfortable with it. But if I'm just cleaning my house and it comes on, I'm not going to be like, oh my God, I got to hurry up and turn it off. Like, you get what I'm
yeah.
saying? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, like that part, like certain things I've kind of just like, okay. Cause like I listen to like a lot of like DJ mixes and stuff on YouTube.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So like it'll be like if they have like a 90s R&B one,
Mm-hmm.
R. Kelly is in there.
Mm-hmm.
I know he's intertwined, he's mixed in it. Unless this mix came out like this year, he might not be in there, but I get it. So like you're gonna go like out, you'll go to a brunch, like you'll hear it,
Mm-hmm.
but like I said, like certain songs just hit differently. And it's
Mm-hmm.
like, nah, I can't. Like I
The
just
one
can't even like
person.
listen to it. And it's just like, okay, like I can't just like, oh, I don't
Mm-hmm.
really know what the words are. I'm not really paying attention because it's one of those things
Mm-hmm.
like when you know, it's very
Yeah.
difficult to turn it
It just
off.
makes you feel uncomfortable. The one
Yeah.
person that I just thought about that I absolutely cannot listen to is Aaron Hall. That nigga, I cannot. I cannot.
Listen,
After I
like,
saw his Vlad TV interview and just seeing how he talks and like how he views women in rape culture, like, he's someone I can't do. He scares me, honestly.
yeah.
Like, if I walked past him on the street, I would be like, that's the fucking boogeyman. He's going to kidnap me and sell me. Like, no. Like, him, I'm afraid. Okay. Like, yeah, because he's I feel like he just doesn't care. Like, when he was coming out a couple years ago talking about how basically him and Diddy raped a girl, like, why would you just give that information?
And it just be like so
Like,
like casual about it. I think that's
yeah,
another
that's
thing that kind of just like all of these like sexual assault cases or this entire Me Too movement since it started, a lot of it, one, it's not just the people that are actually being prosecuted for their crimes. A lot of things that have given me a lot of side eye ends up being the people on the other side that are giving interviews or talking about like, oh, I knew this person. It's just like our, I guess like society's view of like rape culture is just so like
mhm,
lackadaisical that I just
mhm.
can't like get with that. Like some people, it's just like, did you just say that out your fucking mouth? You cannot
Yeah,
be serious. Like you just casually just like, oh yeah, we raped somebody. Cool. But
like,
I will say just how crimes like sexual assault are actually even prosecuted, the time lengths for it, it kind of shows in a lot of different areas that it shouldn't be as serious. You'll have people that will violently rape someone and only get 2 years.
that's crazy.
And it's just like, come on. For sometimes for me, it's like if the justice system don't take it seriously,
Mhm,
clearly you're showing that this isn't like a serious crime.
mhm.
Like you get more time for selling drugs than you do for raping someone,
Which is insane.
which is insane. I feel like if you are a person who has sexually assaulted to someone, I want you to be just as harsh of a punishment as if you murdered someone. And I say that
Mhm,
because you have to get up close and personal to do this. This is not
mhm,
just like, oh, I just thought about this and or it's a heat of the moment and it just happened. You
mhm,
could kill someone. It could be a heat of the moment thing like I just didn't know what happened and boom, this is what happened.
mhm.
Assaulting someone is very up close and personal. You knew what you were doing. There are multiple instances for you to just be like, oh, I shouldn't do that.
But
Like,
not
I thought about
even,
this. I did this.
but even furthering that part, I feel like people don't think about the aftermath. Like, when
Yeah.
some people who have been assaulted, they can't come back from it. Like that haunts them every day. They feel
Yeah,
like they want to be unalive. They feel, you get what I'm saying? So it's like the way that the trajectory of their life changes damn
yeah,
near is the same as a death. Like
exactly. And
for some people.
yeah, and that's why I feel like they should be no, they should be neck and neck. They should carry the same fucking weight because just like in one situation, someone is permanently gone, and but in case of somebody being assaulted, the person that they were is permanently gone.
Mm-hmm.
They will never go
Yeah,
back. They
they'll
will
never
never
get
be
that
that.
back.
They'll never be that person ever again in their life. And so for me, sometimes it's extremely difficult to just be like, okay, I can separate it. Certain things when I hear certain people talking, and Vlad always be the one that I'm like, I don't know why people feel so comfortable going on his show and just saying, confessing to crime, just.
And I don't care what nobody say. I know people, because he's a white man, people feel like, oh, he's the feds. He gets on there and asks them certain questions. No, I watch Vlad's interviews all the time. Half the time he asks him a basic ass question.
And they get to
And
spilling their fucking guts about anything. And it's just like, wow, this is just, some
yeah,
people are just fucking disgusting to me.
yeah.
And I be finding out about it from Vlad interviews. And I just be like,
Mm-hmm.
child, who next? Get him up out of here.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody get this man and lock him the fuck up. But
Mm-hmm.
back to, I guess, R. Kelly's daughter, I really
Mm-hmm.
do feel for her because it takes a lot to, one, have to go there and still get up every day and try to
Mm-hmm.
make some kind of a life for yourself. But then you have a parent who is publicly on trial for doing all of these things to all of these women that was also done to you.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely think like if she had came and spoke out during said case, oh, it would have been a wrap even faster. But
Yeah.
that's not one of those things that you can force somebody to do. Like that takes time
Mm-hmm.
for you to be like, to feel comfortable with it. One, I think outside of it being done just to her, she has to come to terms with all of these women that it's like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I couldn't imagine what that dynamic is like. It's like, yes, you're my parent. You assaulted me, but not only me, you did it to all of these other people. So now I really got to deal with like, I got to come to grips with what happened to me, come to grips with this is the monster that you are.
Mm-hmm.
Now it has been proven in a court of law, and then feel like, okay, when do you feel comfortable, if ever, to come out
Speak.
and
Mm-hmm.
share your story?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't want to say like kudos to her because like you shouldn't have
Yeah.
to.
Mm-hmm.
This shouldn't have even happened for you to have to come out and speak out about it. But I do think it takes a lot of like strength and courage to actually come out and say something. And I
Mm-hmm.
hope that other people like listening to her story actually take some self-reflection and realize like, why am I just so casual about this?
Mm-hmm. And even the people who were like, well, why now? Why are you talking about it now? This R. Kelly stuff's been going on all this long. You cannot tell someone when they should feel comfortable to publicly share something about their life.
Yeah. Cause
Like,
it's a mental thing. Like it's a mental thing. The same way those same people are like, oh well, why did you wait all this time? The same way you fixed your stubby little fingers to type some shit like that on the internet, they have to deal with that times however many people on multiple different
mm-hmm,
platforms. It's
literally.
not just you. So that is a whole different thing in itself. Like I say all the time, I don't think that I could be a public figure just based on that, like the comments and having thousands of people every single day
Badgering you.
badgering you, harassing you, saying something negative about you, whether you know it's fact or, if it's false, it's just the fact that you have to deal with that. For like, I have to defend every single thing that I do,
Mm-hmm.
no matter what,
Yeah.
is a lot. And who the fuck wants to try to process their own trauma? And now I got to deal with all these idiots on the internet at the same fucking time. I don't got time for that.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know any person that is just like, oh, you got to be tougher than that. Like, who the fuck is that tough to just be like, whatever, this shit roll off my back? That's
Yeah.
not real.
No. Like, that is even inhumane to even think that someone should be that way.
Be able to just handle all of that. So
Mm-hmm.
I hope that she gets like the therapy and stuff that she needs.
Because now she's a mother. Like,
Yeah, and that comes with that's a whole different can of worms. People
Nothing
don't
turns a
realize it, but
mirror
that
on you like becoming a parent. Boy,
yeah,
all the trauma that I thought, or things that negatively affected me in my life that I thought I got rid of, as soon as I became a parent,
it come
all
back
them
up.
shits came back. And I said, ooh,
Yeah, I got to work on some things.
you got some work to do, girl.
Got
You
some
got some
work
work to
to
do.
do. Yeah. So, and in other
Mm.
nasty news, Jaguar Wright. It amazes me every day how gullible people are. Like, it just, like,
I wouldn't say that, because I do think that my thing with Jaguar, right, is
she's
like, if
mentally
she's,
ill.
oh yeah, she is. But I'm saying it, a lot of the things that she has said, they're not wrong, but it's like, I don't like her delivery, in the sense of like, where are you getting this information? Because it's not coming from you firsthand. You have to know,
Exactly.
you have to know somebody inside the industry, because let's be honest, like, yes, you were once in the industry briefly, but like, what connections do you have now? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
To be knowing all of this information. And when it
yeah,
comes to like how the public, like, it's just like, yes, she's telling the truth. It's just like, now,
I
if
do
you
think
thought so,
some stuff she's telling the truth about, but
but
I don't
no,
think it's
I
coming
mean,
from her firsthand experience.
exactly. I'm just like, okay, now if this person has all of this firsthand knowledge and the other as she's claiming, why is she sitting on the internet telling you and not contacting the authorities?
That too.
That be my thing. It's just like, if somebody's like, this person did this and this is going on and I've seen this and I know all of these things, then baby, why are you telling us and why are you not telling your local police station? It,
Now, I will say, even with that,
make it make sense.
it's so tricky, because, I be in the deep, dark rabbit hole of conspiracies, especially with the entertainment industry. And even thinking about like a lot of these alleged Diddy victims, at least 50 or more percent of them have some type of police report or record, and hospital records, all these different things. So I feel like, for some people, even if they do speak up, even if victims do speak up, a lot of times, until the powers that be are ready to expose those people, like even with the Diddy situation, it's no secret that this has been going on. Clearly, everybody else knew except us, the general people. Everybody else knew. But until the powers that be felt like, oh yeah, we're not protecting you anymore, he was protected. So it's like, even if people and victims do speak up, it's not always going to garner, any appropriate ears that listen. So that's why, like, half of me is okay with the Jaguar, right? Because it's like, even though these are not her stories and her experiences, these are someone's, and people are listening to Jaguar because she's so salacious and she's so
But
out
she's
of this
not
world.
mentally sound. And I'm just like, sometimes we got to be like,
Yeah,
the
like
mental capacity is not there. Like,
some of
this
the stuff
woman
is just
is
ridiculous.
not
Like the whole
well.
Chloe Bailey thing, and how she thinks the industry tried to make Chloe Bailey into her. I will say, I'll send you the TikTok. The picture of Jaguar like 20 something years ago next to Chloe.
Ciara,
I said,
please.
this is weird. This is
That
very
girl who
weird.
probably was like 5.
Well, no,
Nobody was.
yeah, but no, it's, I think a lot of it is not necessarily what she's saying, it's the bigger conversation of what she's
Yeah,
saying.
but some of those things are just like, that is standard. Everybody knows in this industry, when there is a new person that comes in, there is a look, there is a sound,
Right.
there's all these different things. That has been since the dawn of
Right.
the
So for
industry. So
me, the
sometimes
bigger
I just feel like,
conversation, yeah, it's not even about her or Chloe. The bigger conversation is like, okay, why is it that this is what the image that they prop up in the industry to sell? Like, just different conversations like that. Now, her specifically, I don't know. I take it with a grain of salt, like, because just like
and
with
people,
Orlando Brown, I watched an interview with him. Not watch. I saw a clip of him today, and someone was like, "Oh, you sound so clear and coherent." And he basically was like, "Nigga, this is entertainment. I know what I'm doing when I get up here. Y'all the idiots that think that I'm on drugs and be acting as I'm an actor." Like, you get what I'm saying? So I think for me, maybe I'm just so desensitized that like when I hear certain things, I don't just automatically be like, oh my God, like blah, blah, blah. I just listen to collect information and then I decide how I feel about it later. But I do understand not everybody isn't like that. So yeah.
Everybody should be like, we gotta put our thinking caps on.
Yeah. Like some stuff is just like, bitch, you just talking.
Yeah, we have to put our thinking caps on, and we have to be like, that doesn't make sense. Who is the source? That doesn't make sense.
Like, where did you get this from? You talking about a P. Diddy party from last year, bitch? I knew you wasn't invited. So
Exactly. So some
who
things it's just
told
like
you?
it's like you be saying stuff, but what you saying don't add up. You clearly were not there.
At all. Like at all.
So how do we get to a point where it's like now you have this information? And furthermore, who was there that hangs out with you to be like, I'm gonna tell this crazy bitch
That's what I want to
the
know.
information.
I want to know who her sources and friends are, because even with the whole Vlad thing, when he got on Piers Morgan and was like, yeah, she's this, she's that, I would never interview her, blah, blah, blah. And then she literally pulled up a receipt interview of his management or his assistant emailing her months prior to do an interview. So I'm like, this is why it's hard to always invalidate everything she says, because then it's like some stuff do be accurate and other stuff don't.
Yes, but I think that's how you get people in. It's just like, I'm going to give you a little nugget of truth before I stretch the rest of this shit.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
little things here and there may be accurate, may be factual, but that's probably 25% of everything that came out of her mouth. So now the other 75% of lies that you told now taints this 25. And that's the issue that I have when it comes to people like Jaguar Wright and when it comes to like big cases like this whole Diddy thing. It's like you're sitting here constantly spewing all of this information, some of it false. Now your false statements now overshadow shit that actually is true. It's like, what do we want here? Everybody cannot be the star of this saga.
And why
Like,
do you want to be?
Why do you want to be? What are you trying to get from this girl? I just don't. And now it's just like you entering the realm of like you putting shit out on YouTube or whatever, like non-real things. When you try to enter over, I feel like into a professional journalism world, not that Piers Morgan is an actual journalist, but when you try to switch over, journalism is built on fact checking. So now you want to be on here and you have people like Piers Morgan, which I just don't even understand him. Like, you're spewing lies that you got from somebody else that she got from y'all all got these fifth-hand information. And we know people can't play telephone. So now we done got this fucked up story that you're putting out to the masses. And now people's attorneys going to have to get on your ass because it was fine when she was just spewing her little bullshit on the internet. YouTube, okay, I could call YouTube, get it taken down. That's nothing. But now we're switching over and you want to put this on, you're nationally broadcasting this?
Globally.
Yes, now my attorney's got to get involved. And now you're going to get your big back ass up on this internet and you're going to retract everything that you fucking said. Or there's going to be some big dogs with some paperwork at your front door.
And I think that's the other thing. I'm like, okay, out of all of the insane things that she has said, the only people to come out and sick her ass was J and B. So I'm like, why everybody else just let her do that? Like, what is that about?
But I think that's the thing. I think when it's just like, it's on the internet, people say salacious things all the time. Vlad shit is still going. And people on Vlad has told things about other people, and that's just still going because it's just like, okay, this is little. I'm not fucking thinking about this. But now, like you're taking it to a global stage.
But the internet is a global stage.
Yeah, but
because
I think it would be different. It would be different than somebody saying something on like TMZ. It's like, okay, y'all can say what you want. Y'all have your little global thing. It's like more like tabloids. People know that things that TMZ reports out, although some things that they do fact checking, be like, well, TMZ reported it, it's true. But a lot of those like tabloids and things like that are just rumors. But if an article was published in the New York Times, now I have because it's a reputation that exactly, there's a reputation that comes with, if something is published in the New York Times, you're assuming that a real journalist did their fact checking that all of these things took place. So now it's now I got to look at you different. And now I got to
Yeah.
treat you differently because we in a different realm. So I think that's why it's kind of just like, you're never going to be able to control what people say. Every tweet that goes out isn't going to be accurate. Every TikTok or YouTube video that comes out is not going to be accurate. You can't waste your time chasing all of these different people. And then more so on the thing of Jaguar Wright, what the fuck does she got for me to take? Nothing. Piers Morgan, on the other hand.
Yeah.
You want your job?
That's true.
Yeah, you want that job, right? Okay, keep playing with me.
That's
so
true.
Some people you gotta. I could give you a pow for Jaguar Wright like a child, but Piers Morgan, now I gotta call the big dogs on you. And he clunked that shit up so fast.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, because you already knew. Having her saying anything, regurgitating anything that she was saying is not worth everything that you're gonna lose.
Yeah, and I also think, because I enjoy a good conspiracy theory, but I also have a brain. So I think it's dangerous for people who consume, like, you don't know how many times, like, someone in my family or someone that I just know will tell me about something they saw online. And I'm just like, you didn't know that was AI?
Exactly. Because it's not.
So I get it. I get it. At the people at large, you know, this information is very dangerous. But for me, as for me and my couch and my YouTube, I'ma listen. Yeah.
But you can listen, but don't regurgitate it because it's like, baby, that woman is unhinged. When people say that you smoked your deceased child's ashes or threw them on someone, baby, you're deranged.
Yeah, that.
Like, is that the person you want to be listening to? No, ma'am. No, ma'am. I don't want to hear nothing coming out your mouth. Nothing.
That is crazy.
Like, what? Oh my God. My God, today. Mental health is so important. And I need the people. Yeah. I need something like there got to be better access to mental health services because it's just too many people running around
and
unchecked.
Yeah. But also, even with like Tasha K, like, how is she still able to do the things that she's doing? She must have some good lawyers.
No, she don't. We see that she don't. But again, when you notice somebody doesn't have shit, what am I doing? Cardi B proved her point. So now, if anybody else ever tries to sue her, baby, you gonna have to get in line because she owe me my $4 million first, or whatever she owe me my coins right now. I'm first. The rest of y'all got to get in the back of the line to collect your shit. I need people to put their thinking caps on, take the wig caps off, put the thinking caps on, and let's disseminate our information better. Let's think logically, think critically. That's a skill that's missing. Yeah, I really want my voice back. Oh my God. I really want it back. I don't know. Like, do you guys like this raspy voice? I don't because I can't like laugh and I can't sing in the car. Because then, like when I sing in the car, it's like I feel like I sound good, but not even that. But it's just like my voice is so shot. You know, I can hold a note, but this sounds so bad that when I get in the car, I'm like, ooh, like that shit was harsh. Like, goddamn, like you are not
yourself.
Like the key. Completely just lost it. I don't even know where it is. Can't find it. So yeah, it's just I need it back because I need my cartoons and I need to get back to my voice.
We're gonna pray for that throat. Whoa, no Diddy.
You know. But anyway, welcome back. We are back. We're happy to be back. We needed a little breaky break, but hello, listeners. We're back in your newsfeed. So this was episode 38. Yes,
38
of controversy, and chaos. We can't wait to see you guys in the next one.